Hi, good morning. It's Monday, November 16th, and I am going to share a book with you in just a few minutes. I found a book that kind of will help us as we work through our week. And this week, we're going to read some books that will help us as a reader. And when we're reading, it's really important that we do something called summarize. That simply means that we're going to pick the big ideas of the story to help us remember what the story is mainly about. We're summarizing our information that we read by just thinking about the main plot or the main points that the author is trying to tell us and teach us. We can also do what we call synthesize, and that means that we're thinking about the message that's behind the story and what it makes us think about and what our opinions are, or our, sometimes we call them perspectives, what we feel is true. So I'm going to read you a story today called Hattie and the Fox. And after we're finished, we're going to kind of think and summarize and synthesize what we think about the book. And I'll kind of help you understand how to do that. Hattie was a big black hen. One morning, she looked up and said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose and two eyes in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, and two ears in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, two ears, and two legs in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, two ears, two legs, and a body in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, two ears, a body, four legs, and a tail in the bushes. It's a fox! It's a fox!" And she flew very quickly into a nearby tree. "Oh no," said the goose. "Dear me," said the pig. "Oh dear," said the sheep. "Oh help," said the horse. But the cow said, "Boo," so loudly that the fox was frightened and he ran away. And they were all so surprised that none of them said anything for a very long time. And that's the end. And Hattie can go back to laying her eggs on the farm. So that was called Hattie and the Fox. And when we think about a summary, how to summarize this, think about all of those animals. They basically did not think that Hattie was telling the truth, or they weren't really listening to her, even though she was in danger. And so she tried again and again to warn her friends, and they weren't listening at all until at the very end when they realized that what Hattie was saying was really true. So I just kind of stated those big ideas from what their conversation was about. When I think about synthesizing, that just means sharing my perspective. It also makes me think about what I know, how I can relate to this story. And this makes me think of maybe a time when I was trying to inform somebody of something going on, and they didn't believe me, or they didn't think what I was saying was true until they realized that I was being truthful and I was telling the truth. And it kind of helps me understand this story a little bit. Um, so that's my opinion, and my perspective is that, sometimes we need to make sure that we speak up and that we listen to what our friends and our family members have to say. So that's how I can relate to Hattie and the Fox, through summarizing and synthesizing what the story is about. Have a great day.